What's up there guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Titus AB, and if this is your first time on this channel, let me give you a little bit of an introduction. I do videos about travels, vlogs, I do talks, I do collaborations, and the whole aim of this channel is to cause you as a young person. My main audience is young people, if you didn't know, but that doesn't mean that if you're older you shouldn't watch my videos. Of course, they see something that you could learn, but my main audience is young people, and so the whole point of my channel is to help other young people who are on the same journey as me or similar journeys to basically reach where they want to go to, maybe a little bit easier, by the tips that I'm going to share. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing. There's so many other videos. Make sure you go ahead and watch those other videos and catch up basically to the vibe of the channel and understand what the content of the channel is all about. So today I'm going to be talking about the 3 ways that you can make your life more meaningful as a young person. Now the truth is, in our youth or when we are young, we have most of the energy, we have most of the time, we sometimes have a little bit of resources. I wouldn't say we have most of the resources in our youth, because resources pile up as we grow older. We have most of the energy and most of the time that we ever have in our lives, and so that is the best time to invest or to spend all of that putting into something that will actually cause you to have a more meaningful, more productive, and at the end of the day, more impactful life. So I'm going to go over the 3 things to do to give your life more meaning as a young person. Now the first is the most important thing, is to create relationships with people who are the best for you. That's one. Or with people who are at the level that you want to be in future. Now this points back to Jordan Peterson's book, The 12 Rules for Life, I think, which is rule number 3 or 4, I think one of those, which says that make friends with those who are the best for you. And of course, there's a popular saying which goes thus: who you know is just as important or more important than what you know. So the knowledge that you have about the particular field, a specific area, is important, but the people that you know in that specific area are also very important in determining how far you're going to go in that area. For example, when you create relationships with people that are successful, when you create relationships with people that are hardworking, when you create relationships with people that are at the points that you want to be, then there's a certain should I say a certain transitive effect that you have each time you communicate, or each time you interact, or each time you spend time with them. It's like going to a perfume store, for example. You move into a perfume store and you just walk around in the store, and maybe you come out without buying anything, but you have the smell of perfume on you, right? Just being in the presence of perfumes cause some of that perfume fragrance to rub off on you. So when you spend time with successful people, when you spend time with the people that you want to be like them, when you spend time with people who have meaning going on in their lives, then there's a certain transitive effect that happens. Their success or their hard work somehow gets rubbed off on your shoulders. So the first and most important thing that you should do is to create relationships with people who are where you want to be. The second thing you want to do is to dissolve relationships with people who are not what you want to be like. And there's this also famous saying that goes thus: misery loves company. When people are miserable, when people are failing, when people are having a downward spiral in their lives, they always want to have company around them. And misery loves company just basically tells us that when you spend time with miserable people, when you spend time with people who are failing, when you spend time with people who are not going anywhere, at the end of the day, you're going to find yourself being like that. Editing this right now, I know exactly what you're thinking. You're asking yourself, what if you just want to help these people? What if you want to elevate them? Or what if you want to prevent them from going downward into more miserable? That is very okay. It's okay to want to help somebody. It's okay to want to support somebody in the person's moments of misery. But one important thing that you have to do is be aware that could possibly happen. It's possible that when trying to save somebody, you could drown yourself. When trying to save a drowning person, you could drown, right? So there's a 50% chance that you might drown or you might not drown, right? So in that particular scenario, be aware, be careful, and just go into a lot of caution and go into a lot of precaution. So that's about it. They commonly say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. Or if you are in a group of 5 successful people, then you become the 6th successful person, and things like that. So you have to dissolve relationships with people who are not going where you want to go, or who are not the people you want to be in future. Basically, each and every one of us has that mental idea or that mental blueprint of the people that want to be, and sometimes those ideas are actually already existing in the real world. There are already people who are like that in the real world, and in order to facilitate your way to get to your success, you have to spend time with those people. And the people who are not like that, sometimes you find yourself just with them out of maybe default, or some circumstances brought you guys together. But you have to understand that you have to break those relationships with the people who are miserable and who are not going towards the same path as you are going. Now, if you stick with those kind of people who are destructive, that is the easiest way to fail, right? So if I was to make a video about the one easiest way to fail and to not go anywhere in your life, is to spend time with people who are failing. That's the one easiest way. Now the third thing that you should do to make your life more meaningful as a young person is to work and to rest. Now I'll first talk about working. If you plan for 10 years and you don't act for one day, then all your planning is wasted. It's basically pointless. So you cannot spend all your time planning and prospecting and you spend zero time actually trying to actualize what you have worked, or trying to substantiate or materialize what you have planned upon. So if you plan and you don't work, it's going nowhere. Now there's this famous saying by Jordan Peterson. He says genius was disproportionately distributed, but what everybody can have control over is their work. And so if you're able to spend time and work, you might not be as intelligent as other people, you might not be as should I say intellectually savvy as other people, but if you can spend time and develop a strong work ethic by which you stick yourself to and basically carry through the rest of your life, then there's more than a 90% chance that you will succeed. And if you have intellect and you don't work, you're going nowhere. So the most important thing at the end of the day is work. But now when you work, find time to rest. Most people are caught up in the whole common era of grinding. They wake up every day, they grind 24 hours a day, they don't rest, they don't go out with friends, they don't find time to just unwind and uncoil, right? And that becomes a problem. Eventually people melt down and they break off and everything just goes down, goes south for them from that particular point onward. So when you work, or as much as you work, or as hard as you work, find time to also rest. Find time to unwind, find time to relax, find time to dissociate from that web of working and working and working. I know it is daunting to be caught up in that particular vibe of wanting to work, because trust me, I've been there. It's the most fulfilling thing. You spend several hours working and at the end of the day you see that you've done something that is actually useful. There's no feeling that can be compared onto that. It's addictive. It's like a dopamine rush that you have at the end of completing a particular task, which is really very hooking. It's like sometimes sometimes hard work is a gateway drug. It just leads you down the path of intensive and more work. So while you work hard, also find time to rest. And how do you rest? You rest by spending time with the things that are not very productive but that are also useful. For example, hobbies are a great way to rewind. I have 3 main hobbies. My first hobby is content creation and photography, which is what I'm doing right now. My second hobby is working out, and then my third hobby is reading. So these are the 3 hobbies that I have. Each of them have a different effect on my life, but at the end of the day they are all positive. They might not be very productive, they might not get me very far, but there are things that I spend time. Screen went up there for a minute, but there are things that when I spend time with them, I find myself unwinding and relaxing from the usual pattern of work and work that I have to do. So if you have made it to this point in the video, guys, those were 3 things that you should definitely do to bring more meaning into your life as a young person. And even if you're not a young person, I think there's still some of that knowledge that you could apply in your life right now to generally cause your life to become better. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Like I said, there's a lot of content coming on your way, and it is going to be definitely very resourceful and very important to cause your life to become better and to move upward and not spiral downwards. I like to use that term, downward spiral. Okay, so you can find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Instagram here. My email is down here. You can send me a message if you want to connect, if you want to basically work with me in any domain possible. I'm sure if you have not seen some of my work yet, my Facebook, my Instagram, email, and you're going to get some of that. Have a nice day, and I don't know what to say like at the end of my videos. Like, what should I say? What do you suggest? What do you think I should say? Should I say like Sparta? No, that's should I say something like, you know what? Have a nice day.